big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers. Blue hunts. Whole team counting, that's a big number.
Yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, what? In the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah, whole squad like, yeah, in the field like, yeah, all day like, yeah, all night like, yeah. You don't want problems, you don't want smoke, no, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems, you don't want smoke, dog, you don't want problems. No, I say you don't want problems, you don't want smoke.
Okay, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Kansas City Chiefs and our home team. It's the final 3 weeks of the season, still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Running right, here's Falk. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally brought down at the 43. 31 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more on that one, and another first down. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
A carry here for the big tight end. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there, 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They begin the drive with Charles. And some space here. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big run there by Charles. 44 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Watson. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. A good pickup there. 21 yards. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up. Just respond, as you just noted.
He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They run. Charles. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing now is Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago. And they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Looking here for Smith downfield. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 49-yard line. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level. That offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
Yeah, making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft.
Now Jamal Charles on 3rd down. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Now a loose football. The ball comes out and picked up by the Chargers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now an inside handoff for Charles. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Watson, and caught by Henry.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Being chased out left. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Melvin Ingram able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. From midfield, here's Mahomes. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. They give him a gain of 37. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Off the screen pass, that's complete. No gain on the screen there, it's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A 13-yard touchdown run. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. So they're down in the red zone. They opt to utilize his legs instead of the arm. It works out pretty well.
I like what they were thinking there because in most situations now, defense is accounting for all the other runners on the field and, of course, for pass plays. But the quarterback position, oftentimes it is unaccounted for. Offense coordinator felt it, dialed it right up.
Inside the red zone, is this something teams should maybe, depending on the quarterback, do more often?
Definitely. If you've got a quarterback who can actually move it with his legs, that's an extra option and an extra weapon for you. I think they should utilize it more often.
This is taken at his 4. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slapped happy. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Darren Lee in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Watson. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. From the gun, here's Watson. Trying to lay one up deep. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. Here's Tyler Newsome now. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And it's taken in at the 9. That one in the books as a 64-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with fourth down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
A gain of 6 yards on the play. Brings up fourth down.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. Now a fair catch called for and taken here, and that'll set up his guys in great field position.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. A first down carry here for Charles. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts, and that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4th. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here at half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Switch.
This is Charles. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From just shy of midfield, Watson. It's caught. Smith. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Over 30 yards there, and first downs on 3 consecutive plays now. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. And this one complete to Smith. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. They come out here in the I. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll let Charles try and get him in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great effort there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's complete. He finds Falk here. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. 15. 51. I'm coming. Hey, 57 colors. Scene 6.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
Well, when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
On 1st down, Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack, because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll go right back to the ground with Falk. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a first down. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James, a sack from his safety position.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Yellow, on the line, right? Check 55 to the line. Cut. Ball set. Mike, 55. Right there, look, 55. 18. Mike, 55. Mike, 55. I mean, right.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. And Butker able to put this one through. And that cuts the lead down to just 3, 20 to 17. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed.
The Charger drive about to get going. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit. Because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off. Because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Go.
Now it's Watson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Darren Lee has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Watch out for Hill on the return. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, right? A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
A loss of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. A run on 1st down, but it's not going to get them much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Strip that ball.
Out of the gun, Watson. Dancing to his left. He'll run it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. To throw is Watson. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's Hill on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Mahomes now on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. 55 mark. Charlie. I got one.
Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Mahomes takes it himself. And he will push forward and pick up the first down. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, it shows confidence in your offensive line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And again this time to the tailback. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Give them 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Now Mahomes. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Watch the shoot. Check 50. Check 50. Motion.
Now a give left side to fall. Oh, no, he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
They'll run on first down. Charles. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Again, it's Charles. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. On 3rd down, it's Charles. And he is not going to get the first down as they'll spot this at about the 28. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches.
65.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On is the Chargers punter now. He's been terrific so far. Pulled in at the 24. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can. Easier said than done. One final try from Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the home team here, they continue to make their case as a Super Bowl favorite as they move to 13-1. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Southern California.
100-yard dash. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance. Jump in the stands. No man, the man. Oh, deal with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Foot on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. 100-yard dash. Yeah. They can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot, I got all the intangibles. Need a leash, I'm a beast, I'm an animal. Eat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you doing.